In this video, I want to talk to you about my 4 top tips to help you getting rid of those tension headaches. So stay tuned. Thanks for checking out the channel. My name's John. I'm the head therapist here at John W Sports Injury. Here at this channel, we want to do 3 simple things. Help you to understand your body, get rid of that pain so that you can go on and achieve your sport and exercise and wellness goals. So if that sounds like the type of content that you want to be checking out, make sure you hit the subscribe and the bell notification. And if you find this video to be helpful at all, as we're making our way through it, don't be afraid to smash that like button to help others with their headaches too. That's got to be your good deed for the day. So this is something that probably affects all of us from time to time, and that is when we get in tension headaches. Now, right from the outset, what I want to explain is that I'm not a doctor or a GP or somebody who's medically qualified to talk to you in detail about your headaches. But what I do know is that we can help to ease symptoms of those problematic tension headaches that we get. And the reason being is that a lot of the work that I do to help people with these headaches revolves around the neck. And in particular, some of the muscles that run from our shoulders up into the base of our skull. So we have these upper fibers of our trapezius muscles. We have a muscle called our levator scapula running through, and these all come in and have a direct impact upon the head. So I want to talk about my 4 top tips to help you to resolve some of that neck tightness and issues, which may well, fingers crossed, help you to reduce those tension headaches. So tip number 1, and really this comes about by talking about heat. Sometimes people often ask me, when should I use hot, when should I use cold? And in fact, we have a video on our channel discussing this in more detail. But I find that this is something where heat can be helpful. By heating the areas around the neck, that can help to create an extra blood supply to that muscle and loosen some of those tight fibers. So using things like a hot bath or even something like a hot water bottle to apply into that neck area is going to create a loosening effect and take some of the pressure away from that head. So try using heat to help with those tight muscles. My second tip is really around stretching. If we know that these muscles are becoming tight, that are impacting onto the base of that skull, what we want to be doing is looking to loosen those out. You can do that nice and simply by holding your shoulder down. So if I'm looking to stretch this left hand side here, I take my right hand and hold the shoulder down. I can really fix that in place by placing my hand into the small of the back, and then I simply look to turn my head away. So you can see what I've done here is to elongate those fibers that are running up into the base of my head. Now, to catch that other muscle, most notably what we call the levator scapular muscle, from this position, I can also look to chin tuck a little bit. So I describe this to people as imagining trying to hold like an apple underneath your chin. And there I get an even deeper stretch. So my recommendation would be to go into this upper trap stretch where we hold for 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, then chin tuck, and you'll feel that deeper stretch, stretching out that whole muscle group. Then repeat that on the other side in exactly the same way with that chin tuck, holding each stretch for 30 seconds. On to my third tip, and really this is around some self-massage techniques. What we want to do is feel into this area and these muscles that are running up towards the base of that skull. And what we're looking for are particularly sensitive areas that might recreate some pain. And we typically call these trigger points or knots. But for me, if I find one in here, this is our common area of a trigger point problem, or where trigger points can manifest themselves. All we want to do is simply apply some pressure with some fingers down into that area. Now that initially might cause you some pain, it might radiate up towards the head, but if we hold that for 30 seconds to a minute, we should feel that that starts to desensitize. After 30 seconds to a minute, what you can then look to do is do what I call a pin and stretch. So we have the pin applied by our fingers here, and then we just combine with that previous stretch that we talked about, and just going through some mobility work here, and you'll feel those muscle fibers being stretched under the pressure of the pin there. Once we've completed that, so 30 seconds to a minute, 4 or 5 of the movements, move on and look for other similar areas and repeat for both sides. And that brings me on to my final tip. And really this is just to be thinking about your posture, particularly if you're somebody who works at a desk. What I would encourage you to do when you're sitting at your desk is to relax your shoulders so that your arms fall flat into your lap. That's our shoulders in our relaxed position. Now, when we bring our hands to be in line with our elbows without raising our shoulders, That's where we want our desk, keyboard, mouse setup to be. If you're somebody who you find that actually you have to elevate your shoulders by holding yourself in this position for 8 to 9 hour working day, that is going to create some tension, and that can manifest itself by causing problems into the base of that skull and cause you to suffer with tension headaches at the end of the day. So if this is the case, then all you want to do is look to correct your chair height, so potentially to be sitting a little bit higher so that your hands don't have to reach up to your desk and you can keep your shoulders relaxed throughout the working day. So I hope that's been helpful for you. If you're someone who does suffer with tension headaches, particularly at the end of the day, I'm sure that these 4 tips can be something that you can bring into your day, and I truly hope that they're going to help you out like they do so many people that I work with. If you think it's something that is going to help you out and you've liked this video, make sure you smash that like button, and if you haven't subscribed as yet, make sure you hit the subscribe, hit the bell notification, because then I can update you when I bring out a next video, and I will see you on that video.